What's up, fellow vapors? Scott with the Vaping Budget here today. And yes, that cloud just came out of my ProTank 2 Mini. I have figured it out, people. I can show you how to get more airflow and huge vapor. I just vaped that bad boy at 15 watts. I've done like 6 in a row with no burnt hits. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to do it, baby. Woohoo! Look at that, baby. That's a ProTank 2 Mini. I'm going to show you how to set this bad boy up, how to drill out your air holes with just a cordless drill, baby. That's all you need. How to build a coil in this sucker. You can vape this thing and vape this thing and vape this thing and crank your watts up. No burnt hits, huge clouds, huge vapor. Watch this. Just a couple seconds. What? Look at that. Not one burnt hit. You're going to love your ProTank 2 Mini all over again. So let's dive down. I'll show you how to set this bad boy up. I'm vaping it at 15 watts. All those hits were at 15 watts. So we're going to take it apart. I'm going to show you guys how to tear it apart all the way to the entire build on this. I got a couple videos out there already. I'm showing you how to take this coil apart, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it really quick for you guys. So here we go. Just take your bottom cap off. You set your whole tank and everything off to the side. Take your coil out. Now you can rebuild this coil any way you want. You don't even have to drill your air holes out. So that's what we're going to do later. Alright, first step is take this little rubber O-ring off. Set it aside. Take this cap off. It separates right there. So just kind of wiggle it back and forth. See that? Comes right off. Just like that. Set that stem to the side. And then keep moving my paper. Here we go. Just take that. I can get it in the picture here. Take that bottom stem out, just like I did on my aero tank. Take that out. Set it to the side. And then that little rubber insulator right there in the bottom of the coil. Pop it out. Just like that. Okay? Don't lose any of these parts. No, no, no. Alright, then push these wires through. And pull the old coil, nasty coil, out. That came with it. Chuck it. Get rid of it. Alright, now you got your basically your deck here that we're going to build the coil in. So set that off to the side. Alright, now I got some 28 gauge Canthal, small little piece there. The better I get at building coils, the less I got to use. Definitely go 6-8 inches if you're new to building coils. But got a 1.5 millimeter screwdriver here. I love building all my coils on. And we're going to go for 8 wraps. Now you want to leave, just like all the other ones, you got to leave enough room to get that coil and stem through the bottom there. So leave at least 3/4 of an inch, if not an inch. So there's 1 wrap. Okay, there's 8 wraps on there. I'll just crimp it down, push it like that. In there, pop it off. Clamp that bad boy down in your tweezers. Just like that. Grab your trusty little torch and heat her up. Now, I am working kind of fast through this. If you're new at building coils, definitely go check out my video on my aero tank. I go over that a little slower than building this coil. Pop it out, cool it down. Don't want to burn yourself. Alright, now that we got it torched, we just throw it back on the screwdriver here. This is a 2 millimeter. I think I told you guys 1.5. It's actually 2 millimeter screwdriver. Sorry about that. And then we shove it down in the cone there. See them holes in the bottom there? Just put both wires down through there. A little bit of finagling, get them in there. Alright, now, see that? It's not going to want to go all the way down in there. I just kind of push it just a little bit. Don't go too crazy with it. I kind of just push that screwdriver down in there so it stays on by itself. Okay? Not that far down. And make sure you're even. Let me get that out of the way. I can show you a little better. There we go. It's about how far down I push it. Okay, you just want to make sure you leave enough room for your deck cone to go on and clear that coil. So, alrighty, now on the back side, you want one wire going through the center of this, one going on the outside. So down in there. Now just kind of push this little insulator down in there. Boom. Just like that. Okay, we got one wire. So I can get this in the lighting for you. There we go. We got one wire coming on the outside and one going through the center. The one going on the outside of the insulator, just bend it over like such. See that there? Okay. And the other one up the opposite way, just like that. And then take that stem, push it in there. Okay, so we got one coming out the outside, that's our negative. One coming out the bottom, that would be our positive. Snip your wires off as close as you can to your coil. And there it is. Just wiggle a little bit. Twist your, and then just kind of twist screwdriver to pull it back out. Now if you want to use a 1.5, go for it, baby. Alright, so we're going to check our ohms here really quick. I just used my VTR. Alright, we'll check our ohms. We're at 1.3. So what I like to do, now you can use a 30, you can use 30 gauge Canthal, same build, same wraps, and you're going to be up around 1.8 to 2. But you want to heat, I like to heat this up. I'm going to take my tweezers and crimp that coil down. It's going from the inside out, nice and perfect there. Careful not to short anything out. Another reason I like to use my VTR, I can just do it all right there. Boom. Let's see where we're at now. 1.3 still. So this will vape very well. It'll vape on my MVP, my VAMO, of course my VTR. So if you want a little higher on your ohms there, go with the 30 gauge instead of a 28. Same build. Take your coil back out since you checked your ohms. We know where we're at. We're good to go. Now when you heat that up, make sure you don't overheat it, because you will burn that insulator in there, or melt that insulator in there. You don't have any E-juice in there to cool it down. So definitely don't heat it up too much to crimp that coil down. Alright, I'm just going to grab a little bit of cotton here. And you know my rule of thumb, if you want it just barely enough to slide through and be taut, but not move that coil. That is about perfect there. I can slide this cotton back and forth and not move that coil. If you're pulling your coil to one side or another, you need to put less cotton in there. There you go. Boom. That quick. Okay. Then take your top cap, throw it on. Make sure you're going to clear your coil there. You can move it around one side or another. Just make sure it's in, your coil's in the center. Put your cap on. Just like that. Alright, now I like to take my ends, kind of rub them together there. And then grab my trusty side cutters. And this is how I cut my cotton on my, let me turn this there. Now we can see a little bit better. This is how I like to cut my cotton. That ring right here, right there on the bottom, I cut even with it. That's why I like to use my little micro side cutter wheels. Alright, cut the other side. Just like that. See that? Both sides are even with this metal ring right here. Boom. Now you can put this back on. Let me show you real quick what that's going to do. This will compress your cotton down. I leave it completely out. I do get a little bit of gurgling every now and then. If you like, you can turn it upside down, so when you screw it in there, it seals up against that metal ring there. That's a good option. Or me personally, I just take it off. Let's drill some holes, baby. Alrighty, now we're ready to drill out the air holes. Let me take a quick vape. Whenever you're building coils, make sure you got something handy to vape on, because you're gonna need it. So you can see on here, there's the air holes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now you can drill this hole any size you want. I've got a 2mm bit in here. I think that's what I got. No, it's a 1.5mm. I don't know what size it is exactly. I just found it lying around. This is the perfect size that I like for my air holes. Now you can drill out one at a time till you find the perfect airflow that you like. But I like drilling them all out to the 1.5mm here. So, all right, so let's get to drilling here. Now, just take your drill bit. I'm trying to get this in the frame for you. And just put the tip in that little hole there. And drill it out. There's one. Now, if you're worried about it, you can put this on your tank. Vice grips work great. Pliers, whatever you want to do. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to drill my hand off. So I'm not going to drill my finger, so just keep drilling them out. You can do this any way you like, but if you put it on your tank, it does make it easier. There's 2. And 3. Boy, did I just create a mess. Alrighty, now you need to take this and wash it out. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, we got it all drilled out, cleaned out. We got to get those metal shavings out of there. And we're ready to put this bad boy back together and get it filled up. Alright, we're going to fill it up with some honeysuckle, some smooth liquid. Oh my gosh, this stuff is good. So you gotta try it. I got a review coming up. So, and maybe some giveaways. So I can fill her up. There we go. Aha! Alrighty. There it is. Let it sit for a little bit. We'll bake this bad boy and not get any burnt hits, baby. Alright, we got her all filled up, wicked up. Like I said, if you do get some leaking out of it, do get some gurgling, it's bothering you, just take and put that little rubber dip back on top. You'll be good to go. Let's vape. That's a mini protein too. Look at that. Look at that, it's like a couple seconds. Watch, do it again. Look at that. Quick mouth to lung hits, huge clouds. You just can't beat it. And I'm so glad I figured it out. And I'm so glad I can share this with you guys. One great big lung hit, and then we'll close this video out. I used to strive for hits like that off a dripper, and this is a Protank 2 Mini. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope this helps you out. I hope this brings new life to your Protank 2 Minis. If you're having trouble with them, if you like them the way they are, leave them alone. But if you want more airflow, more vapor out of them, this build and drilling those air holes out are going to be awesome for you guys. So have an awesome day, and I'll be thinking about you when I'm vaping, baby. On my modified Protank 2 Mini, woohoo! Ha ha!